Numbers, please. And here they are, our consumer price index for the month of April. Headline, up 0.2 is up 0.3, and do remember, this is a big drop from up 1.2 last month, which was the highest since 2005. If you strip out the all-important food and energy, expected up 0.4, a bit more, up 0.6. The high water mark here is up 0.9, and that was in April of last year, and that went back to 1981. And the Moneyball year-over-year headline up 8.3%. It breaks the streak of 7 higher year-over-years in a row because in the rearview mirror we have 8.5%. And, of course, 8.5% takes us back 4 decades. It is a small reprieve, but a reprieve nonetheless. And if we look at core ex-food and energy year over year, same dynamic. It's higher than the 6% expected, Joe. It was up 6.2. 6.5 in the rearview mirror is the highest since 82. So we've definitely moderated just a bit. We see interest rates, well, they have changed rather dramatically. Rates across the board pretty much, and especially the long maturities, have moved higher from down 5 to up 4 or 5, over 3% again on a 10-year. And the reason is quite obvious, is that even though there is moderation, the moderations are small, but we do want to keep a very close eye on several things here. And the first, of course, is that food and energy really did throttle up to the upside. So when we looked at headline, when you stripped out food and energy, the fact that it moved up showed us that those moderated a bit in the headline number. Yesterday, what did we learn? $4.37 a gallon. That's a new high for gas. So some of that feature of energy prices moderating a bit may be something tenuous at best. I'll kick it back to the team to discuss some of these numbers.
CPI, Consumer Price Index, came in today 2% under March's number, from 8.5 to now 8.3, still a 40-year high, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. The numbers for this month led several experts to speculate that inflation hit its peak in March, and it will continue to drop for the rest of 2022. Now, this all sounds good, and since on this channel I don't assume anything, I'll just keep it 100%. Say if it does start dropping, expect me to start talking about stagflation. But let's continue. Ahead of the Labor Department latest CPI reading, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told Congress on Tuesday that inflation has been very high, but many analysts think that its recent peak, at least on a year-to-year basis, is likely to come down. Again, this is hope and assumption. We don't operate on hope, guys. This is what's happening now. CPI report indicates inflation had cooled to 8.3 year over year in April, down from 8.5 in March. Even if the annual inflation continues to decline, consumers may not feel relief in their wallets anytime soon. Let's get more information. Editor, roll clip, fair use.
Forbes media chairman and editor-in-chief and author of the great new book. Joining me now, my great friend Steve Forbes media chairman and editor-in-chief and author of the great new book called Inflation, which I have read and which unfortunately is playing out in real time. Hello, Steve Forbes. So you think some adult's going to go in and tell Biden he's got to get rid of his staff, get rid of progressivism, put in Joe Manchin instead?
The answer is...
I'm sorry.
No. How about putting you in chief of staff?
Manchin would be perfect.
As the last senator did, that was Howard Baker. Remember back in the late 1980s?
with Reagan. Good point.
Contra scandals. Mm-hmm. But nothing's going to really change until the elections. That's the only message that's going to sink in. And actually, the White House is such in a bubble mode right now, they actually think they're doing a good job. Inflation is transitory. The reason why it's bad is because we didn't pass big spending bills.
Yes.
We didn't pass tax increases.
Yes.
And on and on and on. They have their excuses. And you can tell they're not changing by the personnel they continue to appoint. And the regulations, you mentioned some of them. Imagine putting on new regulations or reimposing pre-Trump regulations on infrastructure when you think that would stimulate the economy in their thinking. Yet they're going to make it harder. And they say, we want lower gas prices. Well, not allowing a drilling is not the way you're going to increase supply. We're probably down, 3 or 4 million barrels a day that we would have had if we'd continued with the old policies. Wouldn't that make prices a little better at the pump?
That's way too easy.
These are very serious times that I'm trying to warn people about, okay? So again, this is about the CPI and the inflation. So let me just give you a brief overview. I don't have any notes with me or anything like that. Analysts and these smart people, I call them, the people with the degrees that have the name badges, say, listen to me, I know more than you about finances. That's actually not true. Most of these people are under, what is it, like 80% of the world's money right now is managed by people under 35 years old, right? People that, and I'm not trying to diss all financial advisors, and I'm not trying to diss people that are in finance, all right? But I do want to call a spade a spade. I remember buying and selling real estate back in 2001 and getting advice from property managers, real estate agents, escrow officers that didn't even own their own home. And I love building teams, but at a certain point, when they're all arguing with you and they're disagreeing with you, I have to go, okay, at this point, first off, whose property, are we talking about? And secondly, do you guys own any property? We have to get people back to reality. And this world wants to tell you that you can't control your money. And I know it sounds like a crazy rant, but this is very, very important that people hear this right now. So guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And the reason why, you've got to push it through the algo. They don't want people to understand this stuff. They want you to think that finance is very convoluted, very hard to navigate, so you shouldn't do it. You should let a money manager do it. And in all reality, they only make money two ways: by selling you their prepackaged crap in most instances, and then moving your money around and charging you fees. All right. So the CPI numbers came out today, and Wall Street, all of those smart people were telling you that they expected inflation to drop. All right. They were expecting a lower inflation number. All right. And that is not what happened. A higher inflation number came out. And what I said the other day is, I said I wouldn't be surprised if inflation hit 9% this month. Totally blowing away analysts. It still blew away analysts because people expected inflation to lower, and that's not true. So again, we're seeing this all over. The professionals are telling you that these stocks are okay. They're telling you that everything's okay. Don't worry about it, as the insiders sell and the market continues to drop. There are a lot of things. We're going to get extremely volatile this summer going into fall. And fall, I'm very concerned with. And I've been telling my subscribers this. So please, subscribers, throw down in the comments section what you've learned from this channel. And it's not about me. It's about the movement, the cause of helping people hold on to their money and grow wealth during this next crash. Because that's how the elite make their money. They make money as things go down. They don't make it as things go up. It's a very hard concept for most people to understand. You see like the president of the United States come out and tell you, he's going to be tough, but he's also blaming other people. There's no like, hey, we got to take care of this. The government needs to take care of this. Who cares what side of the aisle you're on? The government needs to stop spending money. The government needs to stop blowing money all over the world, because right now, I know you get it, because that's for political reasons. But you're going to sell your country out, your countrymen out. That's what's happening. That's why I want to be a part of the greatest army of human beings ever to come together, get out of debt, get out of this system, be solid, own real things. I know it looks crazy right now. Bitcoin's going down, gold's not really going down that much, silver going down, real estate's starting to turn down, right? But what you don't realize is it's only perceived value versus the dollar. And the only reason the dollar is strong right now is because people are selling their assets right now because of massive margin calls that are happening right now before your eyes, but behind the scenes. If you aren't a part of this financial realm like I have been for 25 years, you can't see it, but they are selling, raising cash for two reasons: margin calls to pay off margin debt, which is at record highs right now. And the second reason is because they know something bad's happening. They're raising cash to take advantage of you panicking a few months from now, or actually around the fall, and they're going to buy it up for pennies on the dollar. So the dollar perceived value is high, but remember, that's only perceived value versus other currencies. Okay, that is what's important, and mostly the euro. The euro is a basket case right now, literally. So that's why the dollar is bumping. It's literally 24-year high right now.
Hey guys, it's Jose, your regular Joe Blow again, keeping an eye out and my ears open to the CPI report. Guys, I don't buy this at all. With everything from the CPI and all the prices I see from day to day going up extremely fast, the stock market and the treasuries, bonds going down, interest raising, and crypto collapsing, I can only say, guys, keep your eyes and your ears open. Keep your head on a swivel. Do not sleep on your laurels. Don't ever put your trust in government's hands. You will be surprised on how they have no control. So it's up to us at the end of the day to get ready to seek opportunities, not financial advice. Do your own research to get the best outcome for you and your family. And thank you guys for sticking with me to the end. As always, stay free.
It ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail.